Moses, have you finished your work? Please respond to me.
I'm still working. What's going on? There's been some trouble at the office. I might need to work late tonight. If things don't go well, I might have to stay overnight.
That's terrible. Did you have any involvement?
It wasn't me. I can't share all the details as they're confidential outside of the office. But I'm responsible for helping resolve the issue.
You helping fix it? Considering your usual performance, it's hard to believe you're even paid for your job. I doubt you could contribute if there's a problem. Stop deceiving me.
I'm not deceiving you.
It doesn't matter. Someone as useless as you won't be of assistance, you'll just hinder the process. So, why not just come home now?
I can't leave just because you want me to.
And on your way home, pick up some pasta from that restaurant we like. Also, get a chocolate cake.
Cake? Wait, is there a special occasion?
Starting today, Margaret will be staying with us again.
What? Margaret?
She got divorced today.
What? This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Well, that's not important. I let her marry that guy because he had a good income, and this is what happens. Seems like things weren't going well. And he wasn't happy with Margaret, so they got a divorce.
Are you serious?
She's really upset right now. So, I want to uplift her spirits by having her favorite dinner.
Oh, I see. But I can't leave work. You'll have to order takeout. Have them deliver it. That restaurant offers cake slices for dessert. It's not a whole cake, but it should suffice.
No. If I do that, I'll have to pay for it. I'm not doing that.
All right, then order from the Italian restaurant near the mall. My friend manages it. They deliver here.
Huh?
Just tell him I'll reimburse him later. It won't be a problem. I'll even send him a text.
Oh. All right. I suppose that's acceptable.
Okay, I can't talk anymore. I need to focus on work.
Well, your rudeness remains unchanged. I guess I shouldn't expect any better from you. I can't count on you for anything beyond money. You won't even have a conversation with your own mother. I don't know where we went wrong with you. You could learn some things from Margaret. Perhaps during her stay, she can impart some manners.
We all know she excels at everything. That's why she's your and Dad's favorite.
Exactly. All you've done is play around on your computer all day. Absolutely unproductive. You're nothing like your sister.
Yeah. We're all aware that I'm the foolish son, only useful as an ATM. Bye.
Good morning, Moses. I appreciate the pasta from last night. And the cake, convey my compliments to your friend for making it so well. Given your absence at home last night, I assume work was quite demanding. Is everything all right?
Oh, hello, Margaret. Yes, we've resolved all the issues. Managed to get a few hours of sleep here. They have us working this morning, but we'll be allowed to leave around lunchtime.
Well, that's considerate of them, I suppose.
Wait, shouldn't it be me asking if everything's all right with you? What happened? Why did you go through a divorce?
Well,
I didn't realize you were having any problems. I was taken aback when I heard about your divorce.
There were significant complications involving my mother-in-law. It's quite a lengthy story.
And what about Seth? Was everything fine with him?
Actually, yes. It was primarily his mother causing problems. Seth and I were doing well, though. So, no need to worry.
Really? Then,
It's a detailed narrative. I'll share all the details once we're face to face at home.
I understand. It seems intricate.
Unless.
Huh?
Disregard it. I have an important matter to discuss with you privately.
What is it?
It's rather serious. And it's likely you'll be involved from now on as well.
Me? Involved?
Are you implying you're unaware of what I mean? Remember our discussion back in junior high? Well, I'm actively contemplating it.
Oh, that.
Let me gather some things, and we'll converse outside the house.
In that case, how about we grab lunch together?
Sounds like a plan. I'll visit your office around lunchtime. There's a nearby place we can go to, right?
The local spots might be crowded, but my friend owns a restaurant nearby. He can arrange a private booth for us at the rear.
All right. The plan I have in mind is quite intricate, but I'd greatly appreciate your assistance. Oh, I almost forgot. Can Seth join us?
Of course. I'll let my friend know we need space for 3.
Great. Thanks. Also, make sure you don't mention this to Mom or Dad.
Understood.
Moses. Listen to this. I knew Margaret loved her parents. She's the best daughter ever. She's completely different than you. You moved out 2 months ago and haven't changed a bit.
What do you want? And anyway, you told me to get out. You wanted my room for Margaret. I didn't leave so much as you kicked me out. You and Dad both.
I think Margaret is planning on buying a house for your father and me.
Huh?
I went into her room and saw a brochure for a high-rise condo. She told me she's not working right now. So I think she got a ton of money from Seth in the divorce. I think she's going to use it to buy your father and me a condo.
You went into her room without her permission?
It's no big deal. I'm her mother.
She's not a kid anymore. Give her some privacy.
That's not the point. I can't believe how great she turned out and that she'd do this for me. She turned out exactly the way we wanted her to. We raised her so well.
Yeah, and you kicked me out of the house. You charged me $2,000 a month for rent while I was living with you. And even after you kicked me out, you still expect me to continue paying you $2,000 a month.
Well, of course. The only thing you can ever do for us is give us money. That's the only thing you're good at. Besides, you need to pay us back for raising you all those years.
I thought that's what I was doing when I was staying with you and paying that much.
Well, with you, it doesn't matter whether you're here or not. You still have to pay us back.
Whatever. Anyway, finding a brochure in her room for a condo doesn't mean she's buying one. And it certainly doesn't mean she's buying one for you. Don't you think you're jumping to conclusions?
Of course not. I know for a fact.
Oh, really? Did she say that? Do you have proof?
I don't need any. And Margaret doesn't have to tell me. I'm her mother. I just know. I raised her properly. That's how she's going to show how grateful she is, by buying us a condo. I see.
So, is that all you messaged me for?
Yeah, just to tell you. Well, I'm going to be living like a celebrity soon in my high-rise condo. And you can keep living in your rat-infested little apartment. I know it's going to be hard for you to accept, but don't be jealous of me. And don't even think about moving in with us like a parasite. If you even ask to, I'll disown you.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Hi, Margaret.
Hey, what's going on?
Mom went into your room and found that condo brochure you had. Is that all right?
Well, I kind of expected her to go in there without asking.
Oh, you thought she would?
Yeah. You know how she's always been, meddling excessively ever since we were kids. I already knew there'd be no privacy at her house.
So you had the same experience.
Yeah. I anticipated it, that's why I purposely left the brochure out.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
My thought was, instead of trying to keep everything hidden, I'd let her discover some incorrect information. My hope was that it would deter her from asking too many questions. But the brochure isn't about the condo we're actually considering.
Ah, gotcha. That's clever.
Anything related to our actual plans is at your place. So we're in the clear. Everything's proceeding as we wanted. No need to worry.
I'm on the same page. I understand. But if any issues arise, don't hesitate to inform me. I've got your back.
Appreciate that.
All right then, good night.
Sure thing. Good night.
Moses, please answer your phone immediately. It's an urgent situation.
What's going on?
Margaret has disappeared.
What?
And today was the day we were supposed to move.
Move? Where?
I've mentioned this before. Margaret was buying that condo for us, and we were meant to relocate there.
Seriously? You're still talking about that?
What do you mean by that?
Has Margaret ever mentioned anything about buying a condo for you or you moving?
What do you mean? We were supposed to move today. We even hired a moving company and got everything packed.
So, what's the new address? Where are you planning to move?
Margaret said she wouldn't disclose the address, so I didn't push the topic.
And you didn't find that strange?
Not really. I had seen the condo brochure in her room already. I assumed she wanted it to be a surprise, so I didn't want to pry. I wanted to keep the surprise intact. She probably thought that if she told us the address, we might see it before she had a chance to show us. But anyway, where is Margaret?
She's currently having breakfast with me.
What?
She moved into my building. She's on a lower floor.
Huh? A lower floor?
Yes, it's a different place from the one in the brochure you saw.
What are you talking about? We're moving into a high-rise condo. We're not going to your rundown apartment building.
I have a question. I've never given you the address of my current place. So why did you assume it's a shabby apartment?
Huh? Well, it's quite obvious. You've been paying us $2,000 per month, and considering your expenses, I figured you couldn't afford much more. It seemed like you'd only have enough for a basic place to live.
Oh, really? So you thought I was that financially strained? Yet you continue to charge me $2,000 a month after kicking me out.
I've told you countless times. You're a failure. You lack intelligence. All you do is waste time on your computer. Even if you were homeless, I'd make sure you paid us back for all the effort we wasted on raising you.
Humph. Well, I suppose it's time. Our plan is pretty much finished.
Your plan? What on earth are you talking about?
When I was in college, I started an online business.
Huh?
What you thought was a lazy person's toy turned out to be my greatest asset. My computer.
What in the world are you referring to?
I'm talking about making money. When I left your house and started living on my own, I was earning far more than necessary to afford the top floor condo suite in this building.
You're making that much money?
Yes, so paying you $2,000 a month was never a problem.
You must be lying, right?
I don't care if you believe me or not. As for Margaret, she moved out last night while everyone was asleep. We paid extra for movers to work at night. She didn't have many belongings to move. Just her stuff from her room.
She moved out at night? While your dad and I were here asleep?
If you claim you didn't notice, then it seems the moving company is truly skilled, just as they claimed. I knew you and Dad were heavy sleepers, so I didn't anticipate any issues. But... Oh, and by the way, remember how Seth and Margaret got divorced? Well, they remarried.
What?
As you're aware, Seth's mother was treating Margaret terribly. And after discussing it with Seth, he realized his mother was exactly like you, a Euro, always interfering in matters that weren't her concern. She treated Seth as badly as you treated me. And she treated Margaret even worse. They both wanted to escape. So they faked their divorce. While they were apart and nobody suspected a thing, they put their plan into action. They involved me in their plan as well. So, Mom, Dad, Margaret and I, starting today, we're severing all ties with you. Seth is doing the same with his parents.
Huh? What?
As a parting gesture, I've deposited $10,000 into your bank account. Use it as you wish.
Wait just a moment. If this entire scheme was a hoax and the condo isn't meant for us, we'll have nowhere to live.
Huh?
We believed we wouldn't need this house anymore, so we've already sold it.
What? Margaret never told us she was purchasing you a condo.
And the money we gained from the sale, we used it to pay off our debts, so it's pretty much gone.
What? You had debts?
I've got an idea. How about your father and I live with you in your condo suite? If you do that, we'll consider it even for all the time and money we spent raising you. Sound good?
I already informed you, didn't I? I'm cutting all ties with you.
But, well, then at the very least, continue to pay us the $2,000 a month like you've been doing.
Dad is still employed. And women your age can work too. If you find a job and address your wasteful spending habits, you both should manage just fine on your own.
Hold on.
Margaret and I will be living here, supporting each other. I'm confident we'll do well without you. Farewell. Initially, with the $10,000 I gave my parents, they relocated to an extremely inexpensive, probably rat-infested, small apartment. The remaining money went towards their debt, yet I heard it scarcely made a difference. After that, my dad retired. Or rather, he was laid off. I understand he made a significant mistake at his job. Consequently, he never received his retirement package or any severance from his company. This imposed an immense burden on their daily lives and future aspirations. Subsequently, it resulted in continuous conflicts between my parents, prompting them to opt for separation. I heard they each returned to live with their respective parents. Regrettably for them, my grandparents on both sides were well aware of my parents' predicament, and neither of them welcomed their child with open arms. In reality, neither was willing to accommodate them under their roof. In the end, my parents wound up back together in their diminutive apartment. Presently, when they're not at home engaged in heated arguments, they're working part-time jobs every day. Despite their efforts, I hear they still haven't made a significant dent in their debt. Unless they cease squandering money as they have been for such an extended period, that debt will remain unpaid.